Hi, good morning, my dear senior high school students. Today, I will be giving you the orientation and the preparation for work immersion of our grade 12 students in Don Vicente Rama Memorial National High School, school year 2020-2021. So I would like to give you the guidelines for work immersion, and it is stated in Deped Order number 30, series of 2017. So being your school partnerships focal person, it is my task to give you the knowledge about work immersion. Okay, so let us start first with the objectives of work immersion. So based on the K-12 basic education program, DepEd should give you the competency before you graduate. So the competencies in each of the strand ninyo will be given to you. So in your grade 12, it is also address your work ethic development as well as your the values relevant to joining the world of work. That is why work immersion is one of your subjects in senior high school. Okay, so here, these are the learner's opportunities that should be given to you. First, to become familiar with the workplace, for employment simulation, and to apply competencies in the areas of specialization in authentic field work of environment. So, being the senior high school students, this subject, work immersion, this is a subject and a requirement for you to graduate in high school. Okay, so first, these are the objectives. You can appreciate the importance and application of the principles and theories learned in school. Second is enhance your technical knowledge and skills. Third, enrich your skills in communications and human relations. And the last, develop good work habits, attitudes, appreciation, and respect for work. So with this senior high school work immersion program, this is in preparation for your higher education, for employment, middle skills development, and entrepreneurship. So here, you will become a wholesome individual, not only preparing you for a higher education to graduate in college, but as well, you will be given some competencies and learning about employment. So with this also, you are given the knowledge, you are given the chance to have your own business. So this is more on developing your skills into entrepreneurship. Okay, based on DepEd Order Memorandum CI 2020-00085, there is a guidelines for work immersion implementation during this crisis situation. We all know that we are now in the pandemic time. So based on the MELTs, the technical working group, crafted these activities for each of the strand. For the EBM class, handled by our work immersion teacher, Mrs. Anita Aguirre, so the suggested activity is business planning and online selling business simulation. For GAS 1 and GAS 2, handled by Ma'am Rillian Queenie Rias and Ma'am Leah Gonzalve, respectively. You are given, and the suggested activities are business planning and business simulation, online selling, positive thoughts, portfolio making, or compilation, poster signages making. So why? In GAS, we have to understand that in GAS, nag-mix up ang inyong interest of in your learning interest. So you have to choose either of these suggested activities. So for UMS 1, handled by Ma'am Philin Kabilan, and UMS 2, handled by Ma'am Daichi Kabading, you will be making a portfolio about Cebu's family, religion, customs, traditions and culture, food delicacies, and others. So it should be localized. For STEM 1, handled by Ma'am Chona Rias, and STEM 2, You will be making a capstone, a short film, multimedia presentation, document analysis, math investigation, or robotics. So you can choose either of these suggested activities based on the consensus with your work immersion teacher. Okay, for FBS, handled by myself and the event management. So first in the FBS, you will be asked to do the activity of having 3 localized recipe plan that can be used to augment your family income, especially during this pandemic. So you will be making or you will be designing 3 localized recipe plan, and then you have to cook this one. You have to document into video what are those ingredients and what are the process that you are applying to this recipe plan. For event management, you will be your activity is you have to do event planning. So it is only a one event planning intended for your family only. You have to conceptualize the design for this event, as well as you have to include in the costing, the planning of the materials, as well as what we call this one, the event itself. You have to document it through video. Okay, for animation handled by Mr. Raymond Alinio, you will be making signages or computerized illustration about COVID or the IATF protocols, or any for public display, especially in our school. For our SMAU, handled by Sir Eugene Ramirez, you will be making or you have to identify a window or a door in your home, and you have to make a design of this. So you have to make 3 designs out of this window or door being identified, and do the material measurement and costing. So here you will be submitting the drawing itself of the window or the door with the 3 designs, suggested designs of that door and window, designs of grills. And then you have to do the costing, the material costing in a table, or pwede ra po dili table format. Okay, I think this is clear, and you can clarify, or if you need clarification, you can talk with your work immersion teacher. So next, let us know what are the stages of work immersion subject. First, there are 3. First, it is the pre-immersion. So in the pre-immersion, there is a student profiling. Then, work immersion guidelines will be given. Parents work immersion guidelines orientation. So I will be sending a video out of this. Then you will be making an application letter and resume making, work ethics, personality enhancement and grooming, work ethics and interview orientation. So these are the planned activities for the pre-immersion stage. In the work immersion proper, you will be doing the activities given on the table. So you need to submit an output out of these activities. So first, you have to document all the activities you are working with. Then submit this one to your work immersion teacher. And of course, your work immersion teacher will be monitoring time to time through your GC or through or in any form. No, so then you have to defend this one. For academic, you will have your final defense on the later part. So then the last stage is the post-immersion, which is the third one. So here, you will be asked to submit all your portfolios, especially for TVL track, and a final clean copy for academic track. Then there will be some post-immersion webinars that will be given to you online. And in our academic track, especially in UMS, there will be a culminating activity. Okay, those are the 3 stages of work immersion subject. Okay, let us talk about the principles and policies of this work immersion, especially during this pandemic time. So, there is a requirement. First, it requires parental consent to inform your parents about what will happen in your work immersion. Then work immersion should be at home only. Do not do it meeting with your classmates outside of your home. So of course, there is no face-to-face meetings with your classmates for everyone's safety and for the COVID-19, dili siya mo kuyanap. Okay? So, another thing also is the schools and the students shall not be asked to pay any senior high school institution for any work immersion activity conducted. So, you will not be asked to pay for anything. So, based on Deped Order number 40, series of 2012, entitled Child Protection Policy, which is the policy and guidelines on protecting children in school from abuse, violence, or exploitation. So this is also, you are also entitled for this one. You are protected by this child protection policy as well. For work immersion delivery models, you will be, the time allocation for this is 80 hours. So since you will be working at home, so I believe you can handle this even in less than 80 hours. Okay, so this work immersion naatay joint working group created, which is the school principal, our school head, and our school assistant principal. We have also our school partnership focal person, that's myself, the work immersion teachers, your parents, and of course, you as the learner. So we cannot do this one without you, our dear learners. So for your own benefit, please continue working on your subjects as well as for your work immersion subject. Okay, these are your rules. The learner shall have a pre-immersion and post-immersion activities. You have to comply the work immersion required activities per strand. Then prepare the documentations and portfolio as your requirements. So when we say documentation, you have to take videos, photos of any activity you are doing in work immersion. Okay, let us talk about the assessment. How you will be assessed by our in your work immersion subject. First, your work immersion teacher will be the one who will give you the grade. So this is based on Deped Order number 8, series of 2015, the policy and guidelines of classroom assessment for K-12 basic education program. And during this pandemic time, it has been revised. Now, so your final grade will be based on a written and a portfolio rating. So there's no more periodical test about work immersion. Okay, so hope everything is clear. And of course, your final rating or final grade will be given by your work immersion teachers. So kindly work on it and thank you. Hopefully everything is clear for now. And if you have any questions, kindly and do not hesitate to PM your work immersion teacher and you can also contact me. Thank you and God bless everyone. Keep safe. Mabuhay tayong lahat.